All right, so I'm Jessica Gingle with the Brainerd Public Schools Foundation. I've worked with the foundation for a little over 4 years, and the primary ways that we give back money to our schools is through scholarships and what we call our 4A grants. So the arts, academics, athletics, and activities. So the Brainerd Public Schools Foundation actually started in 1987 just as a way to leave scholarships behind. So fundraising wasn't really a thing that they were doing. It was more about personal relationships and connections. As time went on, they found more of a need in their schools to fill the gaps where the tax dollars stopped, and then there was always more need. And so in about 2008, they started doing teacher grants, and that's those 4As I had mentioned. That, in order to supplement those, we did start offering a few different fundraisings. So we do offer a 5K, 10K Warrior Homecoming Run, and we actually added a 1K to that too to get the little ones involved. That helps us raise some money. There's pretty minimal startup costs. Of course, we look for sponsors and people to help support it so that it takes the burden off. They donate the cookies and the water and that kind of stuff too. We also do some really basic fundraising too. We've done end of the year like letter writing campaigns where we say now's a good time to make a gift and the name of a loved one or contribute to a fund or those kinds of things. We also utilize Give to the Max Day, which is held in November every year. There's Giving Tuesday that we've jumped in and gotten involved in. And we use that constant contact email template as a way to remind people of the needs and when things come up and when we've got a project we're working on to go ahead and donate. There's a couple different online choices you can do for collecting donations, like GiveMin is one, Razoo, there's some other formats out there that we're connected in with. The Warrior Store, we have a Warrior Store with swag, spiritware, so we make some money off of that. Those are kind of our smaller day-to-day type of fundraising efforts. So first of all, you have to have a solid committee, and finding a committee of different skill sets is really important. We've been really fortunate to have a photographer, graphic designer on our committee. We've got people who are involved in finance, and we've got connectors, people who know people, and that's a really big deal too, but people who are organized and take care of business. So when it comes to planning that, you got to start with a solid committee, find a location and a time, and figure out kind of what's important to your clientele. For us, we do have a sit-down plated dinner. We've extended our social hour every year because social hour never is long enough. They really want to visit. And then we have a nice little program during the meal where we talk about the Brainerd Public Schools Foundation, what we do, why we're raising money, and what's important to our organization. And then asking for that support, saying, would you consider supporting us? Would you join in? And while this is all going on, we have a silent auction that's set up. It's visible, but also it's online. And what we found is actually about a third of our bidders are not at the event. And also during the social hour we have set up where we have 4A grants that we've awarded out. We've invited some grantees in to demonstrate what it is that they got, how it works. So a couple years ago we did virtual reality, for instance. And last year people could sit down, they could try on the headset, and if you haven't done virtual reality, you can literally look around and see the Great Wall of China or the Great Barrier Reef or the White House. I mean, there's just all sorts of places you can go with that. And so for our donors to actually see and use what the students are seeing and using, it makes a really big difference. And so we have those types of things going on as well. We always try to throw in a little entertainment, live music or DJ, that kind of thing. So it's a great way to not only bring people together to raise money, but to share the message of what it is that we're doing.